folks, how the heck are you? Thanks for joining us. I hope you brought your tool apron today, because we're going to get right into it and we're going to build ourselves a beautiful, fancy, yet very simple window cornice that will keenly hide your window shade roller or your curtain rod, because Lord knows how embarrassing it can be to have one of those things sticking out, don't you know? First of all, what in the holy heck is a gosh darn cornice anyway? Sorry for my potty mouth, but I just had no idea what they were talking about. I thought a cornice was some stuffy old British lady. Cornice, tell Chapman to bring the car around. I'd like to go for a ride in the country. I'm coming, Henry. So it turns out a cornice is just a box on the wall with some moldings attached to it. Actually, a very simple way to fancify your home for pennies on the dollar, especially when you think about your house guests coming over and thinking you're rich. So let's take a quick look at the tools and materials that we're going to need to use on this project. Well, we don't need anything too crazy complicated on this job, don't you know? Just a few basic tools. You could use a nail gun if you want to make it go faster, but you don't even have to have a nail gun. You could just use a hammer and a punch and some finish nails. You could also, if you wanted to, get yourself some trim head screws and use some finish screws and some spackle at the end. You're definitely going to need some sandpaper, a tape measure, and always some glue. And last but not least, you're going to need a saw of some kind to make these angle cuts. I use a 12-inch DeWalt miter saw. That's just because it's what I bought about 15 years ago or so. You could use just about anything that'll make a nice 45-degree cut, though. And you definitely want to use your safety glasses when you're using your power tools. Okay, wow, we're finally about ready to go, don't you know? Okay, fine. We're going to be using only these 4 different pieces of wood. I've got this little handy OG molding, which is real pretty for the bottom of the cornice. And I've got this top fancy MDF molding I'm going to put at the top of it. And then this is going to be the front and the sides. And then this will be the very top that kind of helps hold the box together, don't you know?
Maybe you can't tell a joke, but when your stuff gets broke, what do? You give Tommy a call, whether it's large or small. There's no project he can't see through. Let's laugh and learn from this handyman, with Kitty hold this by his side, fixing stuff in a serious way with a not so serious guy.
Yes, having quite a time of it, old chap. Don't forget to press the like button, and indeed do become a subscriber.
Well, here's our cornice. She's all ready to go. I did some spackling, and I did a little bit of sanding, and I put a coat of primer on it. But I think she's pretty darn fancy for just a couple of pieces of wood. What do you say we flip around and take a look at the backside? Okay, here's what it looks like from the backside, don't you know? How about that? All it basically is a box with a couple of sides missing. Here's the top of the box. Here's the front of the box. We got 2 sides on the box, and then all we did was attach a few moldings. And since it's so strong, we're just going to be able to plop it right up there, set it on the trim, and screw it in with some cabinet screws. But if you wanted to, you could also use some angle brackets to help hold it up nice and strong. Putting the angle brackets on the stud. Hey, I'd love to show you how to hang this up, but I don't have time today. Nope, not with today's short attention spans. I got to keep my videos short, but I do have one coming up where I'm going to show you how to find studs and hang heavy things on the wall. Oh, Henry, the cornice looks splendid. It looks so wonderful hanging in the rumpus room, overlooking the fountains and the statuary.
Yes, it's quite a lovely cornice.
Well, Kitty, there's our cornice. all finished and looking good. What did you learn today? I learned that you can use some very simple tools and some very simple techniques to create something super fancy. And I also learned that Henry wants to have his Cornice in the rumpus room.
Indeed, old chap, indeed.
I'm coming, Henry! Well, hey folks, thanks for joining us today. I'm America's funniest handyman. We'll see you next time. Thanks for letting us bring a little bit of humor onto your job site.
Fixing stuff in a serious way. I'm a not so serious guy.